A Sunday afternoon in Northern California, MLB The Show has baseball from the Oakland Coliseum. Today we wrap up this four-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Oakland A's. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Ps5 and guys, Oakland. So the Bronx Bombers come into the day with the opportunity to sweep this four-game series after having claimed the first three.
Yeah, and you don't want to get complacent. You steal the first three games and you're feeling like, man, we got this series already wrapped up. But you can't let the other team up off the mat right here. You have to stay focused, out on the mound, clean defense, everything it takes. You don't get many opportunities throughout the course of a season for three-game sweeps, let alone a potential four-game sweep.
Chris Bassett is the man on the mound for the fourth game of the series. Dan Ps5, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
First delivery to him. Derek Jeter is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is code red right here. If they drop this one and get swept 4 games in their home ballpark, you could be sure that there's going to be a players-only meeting happening.
Boy, Dero, it's a tough thing to do, and one of the things you want to do, you always want to protect your turf and play well at home. The series hasn't gone their way so far. They really need to pull this one out here to avoid the sweep at home.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
Here's the first pitch. Bernie Williams comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Daryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Daryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what.
Oh, just a sec. What a play. It's there. He got him.
Oh, that's a tough play, but he pulled it off perfectly. Once he made the great stop, still had to make a good feed to the pitcher covering, which isn't easy on routine grounders sometimes. Hard not to appreciate that one.
Chopper to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Yankees nothing. A's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. David Wells will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
It's not easy as a rookie to go out there and establish yourself, get the off-speed pitches over, and just try to be the same pitcher that you were in the minor leagues. And one of the big keys, not get ahead of yourself.
Now to the plate, Elvis Andrus. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Elvis.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Yeah, a little wild here early on. Doesn't look like he's totally settled into the game yet. Hopefully he can find it soon.
3-2.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
And now Andres swings and misses here as they're able to set him down for the first out.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat. And then he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work. But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Here's Jed Lowry now as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0-2 the count to Jed Lowry. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Hey, this guy's dialed in right now. 2 strikeouts and still working ahead. This is going to be a tough test for the offense.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A's are gone in order. Still no score. Now at the plate, Darryl Strawberry. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's 1 for 2.
Darryl Strawberry.
First pitch on the way. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
You might start to call these guys the road warriors. It's hard to win on the road, and with a win today, they would complete a sweep of a 4-game set on the road.
This one's down to third. Chapman's got it. Throw is in time for the first out of the second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Jose Canseco comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And on one hand, they can be happy they've got their ace on the mound for them in this sweep game. But on the other hand, they're tasked with facing an ace themselves.
It sure is. This is one of those games where you flip a coin heads or tails. 2 terrific starting pitchers. Both teams firing their bullets. Their ace is going today. This should be a good one.
Set to deal on 2-2. He can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Next, here is Alfonso Soriano entering play. He's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here.
Yeah, and he picked up a pair of RBIs in yesterday's ball game as well.
First pitch coming. Here it is. The 0-1 offering.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
0-2. Here it is. This is line to left. Kinder's got it for out number 3. 2-out double, left stranded. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. For the series, he's 3 for 12.
The first baseman, Matt.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
The 0-2 home.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
And it's fouled away. And we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. Fouled off. Wells has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
So now it's Mark Canha. They're trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. Here it comes. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings, 6 in a row, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning set to get underway, and here's the switch-hitting catcher Jorge Posada.
The catchers, Jorge.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Laureano patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Batting ninth.
1 out here in the Yankees' third inning, and that'll bring up one of the members of the 3,000 hit club, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Here's the pitch.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Derek Jeter will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Boggs leads off first with 1 away. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Three and 0 now. Fouled away. The 3-1. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or 2, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Here's the first pitch. Bernie Williams is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at bat, starting right now.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. From the belt, the pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
3-2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Yanks leave 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
The Athletics due to hit here in the third. They're looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. And one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Chad Pinder is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Here's a pop-up now. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Batting 8.
Now at the plate here is Stephen Piscotty. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A's still looking for that elusive first hit of the ballgame. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And it's 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Ball 2.
Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Sean Murphy is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
Too high, and it's 3-0. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
And he fouls this one off. Anderson in 0-2 hole here. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Grounded to third. Boggs fields it cleanly. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Oakland. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here comes Tino Martinez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Stepping in now, Darryl Strawberry. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. A leap, and he makes the catch as he crashes into the wall.
Man, you know that old saying, you don't want to count your chickens before they're hatched? Man, that looked like a 2-run bomb right off the get-go.
It did. It should have been a 2-run bomb. You got to tip your hat to the defender right there. Giving up his body for the team. His boys are loving him right now.
Into the box, Jose Canseco. And he puts it on the ground to second. 1 there. Lowry on the slide. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Like clockwork. A 4-6-3 double play to end the threat. More to come. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth.
Leading
up
up
next, the switch-hitting Stanford product, Jed Lowry. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Posada has a play. He's got it one away. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And boy, which of those two numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches.
Now
that was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Pulled toward right center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. So here is Tim Raines. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time. What a well-executed sinker right there. There's really nothing you can do with that pitch. You're either burying it into the ground or fouling it off your shin.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Sinker, 3-2 now.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Lifted down the line in left. Another full count pitch home. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready now is Alfonso Soriano. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And he's way off balance with the swing there. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. Now here's a swing by Posada, and this ball's driven well out to deep right. And gone. An absolute bomb. Jorge Posada with the solo shot. Number 28 on the season as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that one off the bat that was going a long way.
Here's
the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Natty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last two hitters have really set the stage.
Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. Hit the other way out toward right field. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here at the Coliseum. It's now 1-0 New York. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
The center fielder.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
22.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ramon Laureano will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
The 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Count even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So one down, no one aboard. And striding into bat next, it'll be Mark Canha. And this is low, ball one. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 is laid off for ball two. One out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. And that brings up Chad Pinder. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Good hard slider at 88. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make...
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the A's. They trail this one 1-0. Digging in now for the Yankees, Bernie Williams struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in. Jam. Sandwich.
Reined in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tino Martinez.
And now in the box, Tino Martinez. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Now the pitch.
Ball one. Ball one, no strikes.
This is pulled into right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Runner at first following the error. And digging in is the rookie designated hitter, Darryl Strawberry. Here's the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit.
The left fielder, number 33, Jose Canseco.
So now to the plate, Jose Canseco, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. On the outside, Black. Good pitch called for a strike.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now sure would be a good time.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Martinez at second. Strawberry is over at first with one away. On the ground for Lowry. This could be 2. He's got it. And that's the second out. Striding in is Tim Raines. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
The next batter is Alfonso Soriano. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. That misses. 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And that one yanked just foul. This is hit to third. Is he going to get out of this? He is. A bit unconventionally, perhaps, but it works out in the end, and the inning is over. Yankees leave them loaded, but they're up 1-0. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And that's the first out.
The batter, the catcher.
So 1 gone for the A's in their half of the 6th, and that'll bring up Sean Murphy. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Now the 1-0.
Hey. Ball, 1 strike.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Canseco finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. A's are gone in order. They still trail 1-0.
Your attention, please. Now
new pitcher coming on now. The right-hander Yusmeiro Petit. 7th inning ready to roll. And next will be the power-hitting catcher, Jorge Posada, a little bouncer. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Petit in foul ground. He's got it 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Digging in will be Wade Boggs. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The bag, number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
So now here is Derek Jeter. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Murphy is under it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jed Lowry, popped into foul ground his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to make an adjustment. You could tell this guy's been struggling with the bat in his hands. He's got a lot of frustration. He's gripping the bat too tight. He needs to relax, take a deep breath, and have a productive AB right here.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Now here's a line drive that'll make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single. They finally break through for their.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's right there to second for 1, on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but 1 ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
To the plate now, Matt Olson. A bouncer to the left side. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Nothing doing there for the A's. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the rookie outfielder, Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
2-0 now. Now here's the pitch. Popped him up. And there's the first out.
Now batting.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled off. The 0-1 on its way.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Next, it'll be Darryl Strawberry, singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Ramiro Mendoza is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 59. Ramiro.
First pitch of the AB now.
Mendoza.
Ramon Laureano is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Fouled away. Sign from Posada. Now the 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. The Yankees leading by the slimmest of margins late in this one and trying to hang on and earn the series sweep.
One of the keys if you want to sweep a game is you're going to have to get some big outs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're leading by a run as we're going towards the end of this game. Now it's time for the pitching staff to put this one under wraps.
At the plate now, Mark Canha, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
They might even change their nickname for this team to the Road Warriors. A sweep is looking pretty good as they're leading this one again late in the ballgame. This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Now another 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And another foul ball. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Soriano takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
The left fielder, number 4. Chad.
Up next, Chad Pinder. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And there's his first base hit in this one.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. Pinder is off of first with 2 away. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. If he's able to execute with that type of velocity, fastball's up and in, I can't imagine. Not only is he going to break a ton of bats today, but he's going to open up that down and away with the soft stuff later in the game.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Hit in the air to center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. The A's strand one. They're down 1-0. Jake Diekman enters the game.
Now pitching for number 35, Jake.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Diekman playing here in his age 34 season. He was taken in the 30th round back in the draft of 2007.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Pops this one up. Chapman is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Next to dig in, Tim Raines. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. Now here's the first offering.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And that one got a piece of him.
Oh, and that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base-stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
Alfonso Soriano is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Runner back standing. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Laureano calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Jorge Posada back at the plate now, and he's been the entire offense so far with the solo homer he hit earlier. First pitch on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Laureano able to track it down for the 3rd out. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left.
The Athletic, the catcher,
Mariano Rivera comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Now
he's set, here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit on the ground toward the left. Fielded cleanly. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Now batting.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
Hey, you know what, Dero, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
And he is in there.
Now batting. The second baseman.
So stepping in is Jed Lowry, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. There's one on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So now to the plate, Matt Chapman. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive. Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making it work for this one.
A ball and a strike.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 of this series.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Tying and winning runs on base here with one big out. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Matt Olson is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. And that misses ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing.
Now back, number 22.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Ramon Laureano is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
1-1 to count. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset.
And he gets the punch out as the Yankees go on the road and sweep their rivals.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The New York Yankees win for a division-leading 110th time. David Wells wins his 19th decision of the season, striking out 12 in the process. Chris Bassett is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Mariano Rivera hammers down the save, his 34th. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching